Welcome to Left 4 Dead 2 Hot Takes. In today's video, I'm going to be giving my most unpopular opinions or hot takes about the Left 4 Dead series. I have done this for Call of Duty Zombies, and now I'd like to try it here within Left 4 Dead 2. If you guys end up having your own hot takes, I encourage you guys to share them in the comment section down below with me, and if you don't happen to agree with my hot takes, please understand that these are just opinions, we all have our own, and this is not meant to create arguments or to make you angry. But with all that being said, if you guys end up enjoying today's video, by the end, please drop a like, subscribe if you are new, and once again, if you have a hot take of your own, please feel free to share them with me in the comments down below. I personally think that the vote to kick option is a good thing for Left 4 Dead. I personally think that you shouldn't have to leave your own lobby to be able to end up avoiding a certain type of player. You should have the power that if you are the host or if you have majority rule to tell the other guy to leave, not you having to leave to avoid him. It's annoying when a player is shooting you, being toxic, talking shit, and you feel like you have to basically just take it in most games. But within Left 4 Dead 2, you can just simply kick them out of the lobby. Now yes, I understand that the system is abused and it will continue to be abused until the end of time because some people just do not like you and life is unfair. But I honestly think the game would be worse off if they did not have this option, because any sort of toxic, cancerous sore of a player will just keep joining back your lobbies otherwise and making your life miserable. But as long as you don't disband the lobby that you kick them from, they can never join back, which means you don't have to deal with that player and only have to play with the people that you actually do like. I like versus survival as a game mode. I enjoyed it when they added it into The Last Stand, and I still enjoy it to this day. And I know this is a hot take because unfortunately, if you try to queue for versus survival, even on a normal day at peak hours, the lobbies just basically are non-existent. Just like scavenger mode and some other mutations modes within Left 4 Dead, versus survival just never really took off. It really only ended up having a player base back when the Last Stand update first came out. I understand why players probably don't like this mode is because they, in their minds, consider it the worst aspects of both survival and versus, because you have to sweat essentially your balls off for a mode where you normally can survive like 10 plus minutes, and so in most players' mind, they're probably like, why would I play this when I can play the modes individually and have a better experience? But see, that's the thing for me, is I don't treat this like it should be up to the standards of normal survival or normal versus. I treat this as its own thing. Survival mode is my second favorite mode in all Left 4 Dead. I love that game mode. And for me, this is just a more challenging version of survival mode. I'm instead going up against actual players that know what they're doing and can finesse me if they are doing the right actions. And I think that that makes this much more fun because sometimes I can end up being on autopilot when I'm playing normal survival on some other maps. Like for example, the Parish, normally I can survive on this for like 30 minutes easily. But against other players, it's a lot more harder to survive, and I have to focus up. This makes me feel more immersed and allows me to be able to enjoy myself and enjoy the game mode overall. Because I'm not trying to be the best in the world, but I do want to feel like I'm not in some sort of like bot lobby where everything is just spoon-fed to me. So I look at it like this. If I want to play and just chill and relax, I'll play normal survival. If I want to sweat and be up against other players, I will play versus survival. That's just the way I've always looked at this game mode. Now yes, I understand that this is a Back 4 Blood hot take, and the title does say Left 4 Dead hot takes, but please bear with me because I think this will make sense to you once I clarify something. Is that this game in its entirety, across the masses, is considered a hot take if you like it. I know Back 4 Blood's a unpopular game to like, because a lot of Left 4 Dead players just would prefer playing normal Left 4 Dead. But for me personally, I enjoy both games, and I feel like if I'm going to make a hot take series, is completely applicable to apply Back 4 Blood hot takes within this series. So if you have your own hot takes about not only Left 4 Dead, but Back 4 Blood guys, feel free to share them down below in the comments, because I really am curious if anybody has any. So what is my one single Back 4 Blood hot take I want to at least include in this video? And that hot take is going to be, I truly did love the Hive system back when this game came out. I think this is the one core thing about Back 4 Blood that I love the most. This probably is my favorite thing about this game, and I think that if we ever were to get a Left 4 Dead 3, if I had to pick one thing from Back 4 Blood to be plugged into the next Left 4 Dead game, something that's like the hive system would probably be it, because these were fun. These were really, really fun. I recently went back and started playing Back 4 Blood again with my one buddy, and I forgot how much I just love the hive system within this game. They felt like mini Destiny raids. You would go into an arena that was completely different than the rest of the game. You would go up against so many mobs, so many bosses. It was a complete cluster, and you would get all these god tier loot items. You would get golden guns. You would end up getting these really cool grenades. You would get basically wonder weapons when you were down here, and it was just a entirely fun, separate little side thing that you could do while you were playing the main campaign. If you didn't want to play the main campaign, but still get the progress for it, you could go into a Ridden Hive and then come out on the next chapter and keep playing the normal game. That was something that I thought was really well done and clever. Now, yes, I would wish that they would have at some point before this game ended and stopped getting updates, make it where the hives could be their own separate game mode and you could launch them individually, but they never did. So that's just one thing that I do not exactly like about them, but you gotta live and let learn. So I will say this, is that at the end of the day, when it comes to Back 4 Blood, even though it did a lot of stuff wrong, I think that this was probably the one thing that they ended up knocking out of the park. Turtle Rock, I assume you're probably never going to make a Back 4 Blood 2, and that's fine, but if you ever do end up making a zombie game again, please create something that's like this again for that game, because these were fun. So for this last hot take, this is going to be a callback to something I said in one of my very earliest Left 4 Dead 2 videos. This was never meant to end up being such a big hot take, but a lot of people disagreed with me, so I thought that I would bring it back and end up addressing it fully within this video.
And Left 4 Dead community, I'm saying this as respectfully as I can, please don't kill me.
The differences between the melee weapons in Left 4 Dead 2 are negligible and basically do not matter. I do acknowledge the fact that yes, some are statistically better speaking because of swing patterns, tick rate, and other factors other than just their appearances. Do I like certain melee weapons over the others? Yes, of course I'm going to pick up a machete versus, like, let's say a combat knife, but am I going to never pick up the combat knife and just keep my default pistol because the knife is considered that bad? Personally, no. I would rather have the knife versus the default pistol, at least on most occasions, because the default pistols, I rather would just trade them out for either a melee weapon or magnum most times, but I'm not going to just skip the knife because it's the weakest link of all the melee weapons. I grew up playing the console version of Left 4 Dead, just for clarification's sake, because this is where this opinion comes from. I used to play on console. I never knew back in the day what the hell a tick rate was, because I was just a kid playing video games. But as I grew up and I start to read your guys' feedback as my channel grew, I was more informed and got to know more about this game, especially when I moved over to PC, where I could find out about these things much easier. But respectfully, guys, I will just say this, is that it's not that deep and really doesn't matter. I just pick the weapon that I come across when it's convenient, or if it's fun to me. The tick rate and everything for me doesn't make it or break it for my melee weapon picks. But yeah, guys, that is going to be here for today's video, and I do truly hope you guys ended up enjoying it. If you did, please consider dropping a like, comment, subscribe, follow, and all that beautiful stuff. And once again, if you guys have your own hot takes, please feel free to share them with me in the comment section down below. But with all that being said, guys, I truly hope you end up enjoying seeing another YouTube video from the most unique YouTubers you're ever going to see. Thanks for watching, guys. I love all of you, and peace out.
Hey, meme lords, Jesus here. And you better have enjoyed that video there by the eternal god Daddy Ninja. You should probably subscribe too, or the mighty Moab will come for your balls. If you enjoyed the video, you might like it too. And give me the memes. Flash, bang, boom!